Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
All right, welcome back. Glad to have you. So story time. I set up to record last night and played for about 2.5 hours. Did the first 3 dungeons, did some job quests. You can see, got my new hairstyle. I have the afro now, so our cosplay is almost complete. We have almost become a mirror image of our hero and mentor Bob. But at the end of the recording, I went to check on OBS and I had not actually hit the record button. So all of that footage was gone. Absolutely wasted. But I double checked this time, made sure we're recording. So we're just gonna try this again. Um, you know, it was kind of a bummer that I lost all the footage of doing the dungeons. They were fun. I did them with NPCs because I waited for 5-10 minutes and I couldn't get any other players because I play so late. So I just did them with NPCs, but it was a fun time. I told jokes, I told stories. It's great, and none of you will ever get to see that. That was just 2 hours of me talking to myself. But here, now I am recording, I know that for sure, so we can all talk together, and we can continue the story as if nothing ever happened. Alright? Alright, let's talk to Painted Mesa. The Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Old Dell will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! What was that noise? Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I but bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. Oh, this guy's an asshole. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, he's an asshole and a creep. Great. The authorities needn't hear of your crime. I guess this is his pack of ruffians. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventure, help me, I beg ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. Alright, stepping in. Looks like we're gonna be kicking some ass. And who the hell is he when you're at home? The dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. 3 of them versus me and a scared woman. I think the odds are heavily in favor of us. Duty complete. Easy peasy. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. Looks like, yeah, another vision migraine. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire, patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Oh, there she is, buying her dodo like she said. Thank ye for your custom, ma'am. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. So Ul'dah is beset by refugees from the calamity, and people are worried they'll turn to crime. But statistically, native residents of a city or country are more likely to commit crimes than immigrant residents. I wonder if that's true in Final Fantasy. Sir? Are ye alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? I'm gonna do more than threaten you. What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Ah, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless ye, adventurer. If ye hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. Look how pretty Ul'dah is at night. I love this place. Ever the selfless hero, I see. Who's that? Oh, it's Y'shtola. It has been a while, adventurer. I have been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. She's talking about all the dungeons we did. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For a reason I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the greater good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift what intrigues me the most. I speak of the visions you experience. Visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I am not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause. A cause which would greatly benefit your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. So if I do favors for them, they will help me become the ultimate emulation of my hero. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That's an important group of people. We will learn much more about them as we progress the story. But for now, let's go and speak with Momodi. She's the owner and she runs the Quicksand, which is the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah. And here she is. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Oh, this must be a new adventurer she's talking to. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, soothing. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been at it hard with giants in the dark. You're every elm the adventurer Mion said you'd be, soothing. Mion is the leader of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, who we talked to before we did the Gridanian dungeon. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Okay, so this is Edda, and we met Edda outside of the first dungeon we did, Sastasha, and she was with her adventuring party. Her adventuring party were being pretty mean to her, and then we saw her again after we did the Gridanian dungeon, Tamtara Deepcroft, and come to find out, the leader of her adventuring party, Avir, had died in that dungeon. And her team blamed her, and we saw them dissolve their team in Gridania after saying some very harsh things to Edda, and just kind of leaving her on her own. So that was the last time we saw her, and now here after the Ul'dah, or the Thanalan dungeon, Copperbell Mines, we get to talk to her again, so let's see what she has to say. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. Oh, they were going to get married. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Xavier once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. It's Soothing Paintings. Soothing Paintings. I shan't forget. Thank you, Soothing Paintings. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. So that was Etta. She's a cool character, and I'm not going to tell you whether we meet her again or not, because that would be spoiling. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Soothing. Ah? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Soothing. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. I am still certain I want to get involved. I would love to get involved with the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, because they do the things that Bob would be proud of me for doing. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being old on. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Soothing. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waken Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Soothing, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Alright. So now we got the address of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We can go and talk to them and see what we can do to help them help Eorzea. So we're going to teleport to Western Thanalan and be on our way. Alright, here we are in Western Thanalan at Horizon. So we're just going to head down this way and get to Vesper Bay. And we have made it to Vesper Bay and the headquarters of the Scions. So now we speak to Tataru, a character we'll get to know very well, who is the, kind of the secretary of the Scions. She handles all the financial stuff and the paperwork and things like that. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to. But my name's Soothing. Y'shtola sent me. Here at the behest of Y'shtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Soothing Paintings. Soothing Paintings. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Alright, let's head into the Waking Sands. This is a place that we will be coming back to a lot. Like, a lot. Like, think about a place you've been a lot, and then, like, double that. We will be coming back here a lot. I take it you are soothing paintings. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Menphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. And these are the Scions.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yes. Like at the dinner party. And when I was helping that lady just now. And many, many other times.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space? A mind without a body?
Only when I smoke the good kush, am I right?
Smoke weed every day.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul. A power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I, too, possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied to you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. More invisible paper. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the Retainer's Registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult the Retainer Vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you during your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censor. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It's Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe.